This is Jay Woodward, and today we are going to take a closer look at the new Netflix release, Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Blanchett, Tyler Perry, Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill, Ariana Grande. So there's a A-list cast here. By the way, there will be spoilers in this presentation. So if you haven't seen this film and intend to, I would go watch that first. Or if spoilers don't bother you, stay tuned. But there will be spoilers. Now, this is a comedy sci-fi drama about a newly discovered comet on a trajectory straight toward Earth. A comet the size of Mount Everest, known as a planet killer. Netflix has a new #1 hit, unseating one of its most popular series ever, The Witcher, just under a week since its release. That would be its original film, Don't Look Up, which uses the power of actors with something like 50 Oscar nominations between them to draw in mass audiences over the holiday. Don't Look Up is from comic genius Adam McKay, responsible in some form for a parade of classics ranging from Succession to Anchorman over the past 2 decades. And now he's trying to send a message using the power of every star he's attracted to him. I want to say something, and I think I've mentioned this before. When certain people in the know want to leak information using the drip effect through television and movies, what they will often do is disclose this in the form of comedy. Why? Because at the end of the day, it is just comedy. And whatever is relayed to the audience can be seen as just a joke. I enjoyed this film and thought it was pretty good, but there is a lot to unpack. There are a lot of messages being sent. This movie is a great example of the type of behavior people are expressing all over the world. As funny as this film was, it tells the truth too well, enough to give you chills.
Box of green juice. That's a bag of green juice. I'm gonna get.
So this film's screenplay was written by Adam McKay, but the story was written by a journalist, David Sirota, okay? An award-winning journalist, by the way. And I really want you to see where this writer is coming from when we think about him co-producing this film. This actually comes from his website, davidsirota.com. Under his biography, listen to this. In 2014, Sirota's investigative series for Pandodaily about public broadcasting compelled as PBS flagship station to return a $3.5 million contribution from a hedge fund billionaire. PBS's ombudsman called Sirota's journalism important and credited him for shining a light on what seems to be ethical compromises in funding arrangements and lack of real transparency for viewers. The ombudsman added that no.
Where are we headed?
Occurred long ago. Opinions from people who know no better than us. We look for things that can't be given, but must be made. I once heard Charlie Munger say that we are our own experiment. Life is the extraordinary, arranged in infinite pieces and placed inside a box, waiting us to uncover and unfold parts that contain no meaning until we place meaning upon them. And the danger of looking externally for answers is that no one knows you better than you. Life is a playground, an experiment, a place to try new things, push boundaries, build, fail, and ultimately build again. This is the process from which we see what we're made of, who we really are, uncover what the best book, the most intelligent being on the planet can't give to you. It's where you learn that wandering is not the same as lost. We must reach to the depths of our ability in order to come back stronger than we've ever been. We must self-examine in order to find our way. The Bill Gates of the world, Costco's of the world, they disappear for 10 years until they come back equipped and transform everything around them. To explore, build, create themselves, to acquire something that mere advice is incapable of providing. Don't deprive yourself of that because of the pressures right now. See, when we realize that falling 10 times brings us contentment on the 11th, falling is nothing to be ashamed of, it's something to be sought out. By falling, I learn to succeed. By losing, I learn to win. By looking like a fool, I learn to lead. By wandering off the paved road, I created the map from my soul to where I was meant to be. I often ask myself, what differentiates those who wish for better outcomes and those who do something about it? What separates the dreaming from the progress and the wishing from the reality? For a life is complex. There are a lot of moving parts. This element is those who build things in are willing to not only see a reality that hasn't yet materialized, but they also understand that in a world of no, they have to be the yes. They have to believe in their ability to drive towards finish lines that no one else sees. The meaning cannot come to fruition without that discomfort. But one must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star, and that's just it. Most people see what is, most people conform, they do not create. Means you have to be the metaphorical eagle amongst pigeons, flying above all that, everyone, everything else, superseding the limiting beliefs that shackle others to their one-dimensional realities. But most importantly, it means you can see. You can see what no one else can. You have line of sight to what no one else understands. See, in this world, no one walks up to you on the street, puts their arm around you and says, hey kid, that dream, follow that, because I can tell you're going to do big things. No one says, hey, that business idea, you're going to thrive next year, I know it. That relationship, it's going to happen. That level of fitness, oh, I can see it already. Nope. People see what's right in front of them. You, your world, your life, are those things. So that leaves you. Do you accept that? Do you blend in, take the scratch, or allow to consume the crumbs laid out in front of you? Or do you step back and acknowledge that this is going to be tough, this is going to hurt, it's going to push me further as a person than I've ever been. But you know what I get? That view. I get to live above the clouds
We're
and
gonna
those
speed
who don't wait in
eye
line.
coordination, and I'm warming
Well,
up.
they become
I got gym
the
tonight.
main attraction.
I'm warming up.
They transform what is into what will be, because the world, it has a way of ensuring that we really want what we say we do. Greatness in any area of life reserved for those willing to carry forward when most are silent. To build a bridge to something greater when most people point out that your bridge is not connected to anything. It is a waste of time, it's trivial, useless, irrational. Good. Changing your life in the world around you has to be irrational. Taking the status quo and shaking it, saying I'm going to alter this landscape is irrational. But from irrationality comes the future. So when you feel like the world is against you, when you have an uphill battle to climb, when there are a million reasons for you to turn around, understand that this is nothing more than an indicator that you are right where you need to be. Against bringing something new to life. See, if it were easy, it would already exist. But changing your life, that makes you an architect of the unseen. So build on the days you want to build, on the days you don't build, when they understand build, and when they assume you've altogether lost your mind, build. Sure, it's not easy, but it's worth it. And when tomorrow comes, and it looks a lot different from today, when you've grown, evolved, transformed, and you look back and don't even recognize the person you once were, that won't be because you listen to the chirping of the doubters and the naysayers. It won't be because when friends told you to give up, you packed your bags and went home. No, it will be because you rose above all. They saw empty space and you saw a world undiscovered. They saw your head in the clouds while you built those castles in the air. You were always on a trajectory to something greater. You didn't need to convince them. You needed to convince yourself. To unlock the shackles and take to the sky. Leave everything that once held you down behind. This isn't about anyone else. It's about the conversation between you and the horizon that awaits.
Now's the perfect time to refresh and renew for 2022 at Office Depot Office Max. Stock up and save 20 to 40% on school and office supplies. Plus, get great deals on storage, filing, and more, including calendars and planners starting at just $3.99. Visit us in-store or buy online and pick up at any of our 1,000 plus locations, now in just 20 minutes. Start the new year organized and save big at Office Depot Office Max.
If you get knocked down and you have to go around the curve differently, but when you have a partner like Affleck, it's just like a release of distress and pressure. For the rest of my life, I will never.
Recently, I had writer's block. Couldn't think, so I completely removed myself from my work. I put on my running shoes and I ran down the steps to the front door and down the stairs. On Tuesday afternoon, when traditionally hip-hop eaters are in the school, that's just where we are. And I left for a year and a half of the week to pursue my business venture. The simple idea of being outside on a weekly race that hasn't been flat in the back of the and that's 26 years of maintaining changing the way you see things doesn't going to school, going to and from work, taking the train, carrying shopping bags for Christmas, and all these things really make you question the big picture. Right? How can so many different priorities be met? Are the things we place most value on truly most important? And didn't come up with an answer, so I kept running. And at this point, I'm well on my way. Past the ballpark where my grandfather spent his whole life cheering for a team that consistently ripped his heart out.
So,
And I thought about how they finally won in 2004, days before he died.
So Trevor scared.
Now
I got Mikey Diaz running now.
On your life.
Now he say
And
it was just an invitation. I said numerous times. It had been posted on everybody's podcast. He even posted it himself. I said between you and I, 5 rounds in one, he knew what I was talking about.
But how we're moving.
I got Diaz running now.
Right?
Respectively,
Truly
I got
grasp
rid
the depths of history with an attention span of 30 seconds or less. So I started thinking about what's going to happen, how this is going to affect humanity, and I bounced this around for a few minutes, and then moved forward, step by step, acknowledging that spending time asking questions that haven't come to me yet. Right? I have no content for this video, not yet, so I ran. And I ran through the common where the trees had no more leaves, it's dead. And this brought me back
This is
to
an exhibition. I don't hate them, man. I love them. Wanna help you? It's coming together. It takes us both. I can't do it without you. You can't do it without me, Diaz. So why run from it? I'm a Christian just like you, my brother. So why run from it, brother?
I've never
I ain't trying to hurt you.
Boston Common without being grateful for it. It's a
I don't need any help from you.
It's a reminder that nothing lasts.
But your Christianity is goodwill.
And I figured I'd come this far. I might as well go to the harbor, right? So
I'm not looking for a handout. I'm looking at help out.
Stopped. I turned around and stared directly at people looking for this whole time. And places is a culmination of all those little questions I've been asking. And I realized that to know everything, to pretend to know everything, is all wrong. It's about progress. It's about being a little bit at each step of the way. Never allowing yourself to be stuck or closed-minded in a way that inhibits change or growth. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You don't win your first mile. You win by trusting in your ability to figure things out as they come, to evolve, to adapt. And above all, to believe that even though something may not be happening right now, in the present, it can and it will be done. The finish line isn't there 2-3 miles in. You can't see it. And if you're moving solely off of what can be seen or guaranteed, you won't get there. But if you trust that each step you take is one piece of something far greater that you deserve, that was meant for you, the sky is the limit. A word we throw around all the time is difficult. How difficult will the journey be? How hard is it going to be to succeed? This is more or less asking, is a desirable outcome likely? We're asking if it's worth our time. Right? If something's difficult, we associate that with a low probability of success. But that's not what we're looking at. If you want something like this, difficulty becomes your best. One, because of the growth that comes with it, but two, because people are willing to change. The reality is, most people are. And that's right? If everyone was great, greatness wouldn't mean anything. There's something special about it. It sets people apart. We just live amongst people facing expectations that make us But what's particularly interesting is that the people we celebrate, the examples we admire, they go far beyond this sort of and find sanity. So where's the line? Something's weird, it's abnormal, it's looked down upon, until suddenly it's not. You snap your finger and it's churched. That guitar player practicing 15 hours a day, it's lame. They don't have a real job, they're not contributing anything to society. And then here she puts out an album that revolutionizes music, and they're a hero. The whole thought process is counterintuitive. And that's why the words difficult and great are so closely related. Not because it's physically stressful, but because great comes with a hefty mental price tag. Difficult means you are consistently living with the average, normal, and unspectacular deemed to be equally aesthetic. They're not asking if it can be done. They're not asking if it's possible. What they are really asking, what they want to know, is that they have to break through everyday normality to able results. Do we make ourselves uncomfortable? Do we have to give more than we normally would? Do we have to be better than we were yesterday? If that answer is yes, the vast majority say thank you, but no thank you. And that's where defining opportunities open up. Great means you have the desire to set yourself apart. Difficult means you have the dedication and the drive to do the little things no one else wanted to do. There is nothing miraculous about this. It's not divine. It's not incredible. It's simply seeing the word difficult as a staircase instead of a brick wall. It means you get the opportunity to both give more of yourself and get more from the world. It is your secret door, your passageway. If the incremental progress, the growth, and the sacrifice are worth the price, easy, difficult, and everything in between fades away. The only thing worth a second of that time is making sure that every step you take points you in the direction of where you want to be most. Nothing in life will ever be bigger or smaller than your thoughts about it. You are your perception of the world as it unfolds before you. Your mind will either be your single greatest ally or the very reason that you failed. This is a battle between you and yourself. Nothing will ever dictate your success. Those people or criticize they're assigned to carry on. See, you'll never achieve until you can deeply until you understand that negativity, if your opinions of others are not affecting you or your work, they are simply part of a beautiful process. So in life there are certain undeniable truths. I can promise you that tomorrow is Sunday. I can promise you that 2 and 2 will give you 4, and I can promise you that anything worthwhile in life will have its doubters, its haters, and its cynics. You will have people who want to pull you down before you begin. But they are not the problem nor the tragedy. Their existence is guaranteed. Oh, they'll be there. Letting them direct their journey, giving them control of a battle that is not theirs. Doing this for the ones holding down or the ones helping you. You're doing it because it's right for you. Down in your soul, you know there's no other reason, there's no other option. You know what your values are, where your heart is. When they say no, smile. When they talk, carry on. If you have not
United States 1, Mexico 0. Our Tiger Senegal wins by Mikey Diaz's forfeit.
Moved. So don't
Hoorah!
the dissenting voices, let them be. They are no threat to your empire.